Do you guess these 30 classic cars from the 1950s just by their images? Let's find out how many you can identify. Can you name this classic car from the 1950s? A. 1957 Ferrari 250 GT. B. 1959 Dodge Coronet. C. 1950 Oldsmobile 88. D. 1957 Plymouth Fury. It's a 1959 Dodge Coronet. Can you identify this car? A. 1957 Plymouth Fury. B. 1956 Chrysler 300. C. 1954 Buick Skylark. D. 1955 Alfa Romeo Giulietta. Yes, that's a 1957 Plymouth Fury. Which car is this? A. 1955 Ford Thunderbird. B. 1958 Edsel Ranger. C. 1958 Triumph TR3. D. 1951 Allard K2. The answer is 1958 Triumph TR3. Do you recognize this car? A. 1956 BMW 502. B. 1959 Lincoln Capri. C. 1956 Ford Fairlane. D. 1950 Oldsmobile 88. That's 1950 Oldsmobile 88. What's your answer? A. 1951 Hudson Hornet. B. 1950 Chevrolet Bel Air. C. 1953 Jaguar XK120. D. 1959 Aston Martin DB4. Yes, it's a 1951 Hudson Hornet. Can you name this car? A. 1954 Maserati A6. B. 1952 Packard Caribbean. C. 1955 Buick Century. D. 1950 Austin A90. It's a 1952 Packard Caribbean. Guess this car. A. 1957 Plymouth Fury. B. 1952 Packard Caribbean. C. 1951 Hudson Hornet. D. 1954 Mercury Monterey. Yes, that's the 1954 Mercury Monterey. Check out this classic car. A. 1952 Cadillac Eldorado. B. 1958 Triumph TR3. C. 1956 BMW 502. D. 1953 Nash Rambler. The answer is 1956 BMW 502. How about this one? A. 1950 Austin A90. B. 1959 Aston Martin DB4. C. 1954 Buick Skylark. D. 1950 Chevrolet Bel Air. That's a 1954 Buick Skylark. Identify this car. A. 1951 Hudson Hornet. B. 1950 Chevrolet Bel Air. C. 1958 Edsel Ranger. D. 1956 Ford Fairlane. Yes, it's a 1950 Chevrolet Bel Air. You're doing fantastic. Stay alert because the challenges are about to get even tougher. Do you know this one? A. 1959 Lincoln Capri. B. 1951 Studebaker Champion. C. 1957 Plymouth Fury. D. 1952 Porsche 356. It's a 1952 Porsche 356. What about this one? A. 1958 Pontiac Bonneville. B. 1955 Ford Thunderbird. C. 1952 Porsche 356. D. 1951 Allard K2. Yes, that's a 1955 Ford Thunderbird. Is this classic car from the 1950s? A. 1957 Chevrolet Nomad. B. 1957 Ferrari 250 GT. C. 1956 Chrysler 300. D. 1956 BMW 502. The answer is 1957 Chevrolet Nomad. Can you identify this car? A. 1955 Buick Century. B. 1950 Oldsmobile 88. C. 1955 Alfa Romeo Giulietta. D. 1950 Austin A90. That's the 1950 Austin A90. Which car is this? A. 1953 Jaguar XK120. B. 1958 Pontiac Bonneville. C. 1958 Triumph TR3. D. 1957 Chevrolet Nomad. Yes, it's a 1958 Pontiac Bonneville. Do you recognize this car? A. 1954 Maserati A6. B. 1954 Mercury Monterey. C. 1951 Allard K2. D. 1956 BMW 502. It's a 1951 Allard K2. What's your answer? A. 1959 Lincoln Capri. B. 1950 Chevrolet Bel Air. C. 1950 Oldsmobile 88. D. 1959 Aston Martin DB4. Yes, that's a 1959 Lincoln Capri. Can you name this car? A. 1952 Cadillac Eldorado. B. 1953 Jaguar XK120. C. 1955 Buick Century. D. 1951 Studebaker Champion. The answer is 1955 Buick Century. Guess this car. A. 1952 Porsche 356. B. 1954 Buick Skylark. C. 1959 Dodge Coronet. D. 1956 Ford Fairlane. That's a 1956 Ford Fairlane. Check out this classic car. A. 1951 Hudson Hornet. B. 1950 Austin A90. C. 1959 Aston Martin DB4. D. 1951 Allard K2. Yes, it's a 1959 Aston Martin DB4. What's your all-time favorite classic car? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. How about this one? A. 1957 Chevrolet Nomad. B. 1959 Aston Martin DB4. C. 1953 Nash Rambler. D. 1957 Ferrari 250 GT. It's a 1953 Chevrolet Corvette. Identify this car. A. 1958 Edsel Ranger. B. 1958 Pontiac Bonneville. C. 1955 Buick Century. D. 1959 Lincoln Capri. Yes, that's the 1958 Edsel Ranger. Do you know this one? A. 1953 Chevrolet Corvette. B. 1952 Packard Caribbean. C. 1955 Alfa Romeo Giulietta. D. 1958 Triumph TR3. The answer is 1955 Alfa Romeo Giulietta. What about this one? A. 1950 Austin A90. B. 1958 Edsel Ranger. C. 1950 Oldsmobile 88. D. 1954 Maserati A6. That's a 1954 Maserati A6. Can you guess this classic car? A. 1956 BMW 502. B. 1957 Ferrari 250 GT. C. 1956 Chrysler 300. D. 1953 Jaguar XK120. Yes, it's a 1953 Jaguar XK120. Just 5 questions left. Keep it up. Can you identify this car? A. 1957 Ferrari 250 GT. B. 1950 Chevrolet Bel Air. C. 1952 Porsche 356. D. 1959 Dodge Coronet. It's a 1957 Ferrari 250 GT. Which car is this? A. 1957 Plymouth Fury. B. 1952 Packard Caribbean. C. 1951 Studebaker Champion. D. 1954 Mercury Monterey. Yes, that's 1951 Studebaker Champion. Do you recognize this car? A. 1957 Chevrolet Nomad. B. 1959 Lincoln Capri. C. 1959 Aston Martin DB4. D. 1956 Chrysler 300. The answer is 1956 Chrysler 300. What's your answer? A. 1953 Nash Rambler. B. 1956 Ford Fairlane. C. 1952 Cadillac Eldorado. D. 1951 Allard K2. That's the 1953 Nash Rambler. Can you name this car? A. 1953 Chevrolet Corvette. B. 1952 Cadillac Eldorado. C. 1955 Alfa Romeo Giulietta. D. 1957 Ferrari 250 GT. Yes, it's a 1952 Cadillac Eldorado. Thanks for watching. How did you do? Was it tricky or easy? If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe for more fun challenges. See you soon.